probably you have the firstborn or the first child that is very, very greedy. So he becomes the lord of the manor. He takes over everything, uses determines what to do with the assets, and other children start crying foul of what the guy is doing.
Okay.
So in that wise, when you have dispute like that, you can't run away from dispute like that. What about even the way asset sharing? How do you share assets from inheritances, particularly when there is no fee, when there is no will? How can they be fair? What could be fair? Somebody is trying to hijack the property in Koyi. So will you now sit down on the property that is in Agege or Kokomaiko? So that there's a problem along that line. That look, how do we share those assets? So if you get to that stage, then you need mediation to resolve it before trying to start killing yourself, going to court.
Okay.
Resorting to other means of trying to resolve it. And one thing that is even very common when it comes to the agents actually can be another problem. That means the property agents that are managing those properties when somebody died interstate, particularly when somebody died without a will.
Without a will.
So you start collecting rent without disbursing the rent to the beneficiaries, not telling them full information about the business transaction going on the assets.
Right.
So when you have dispute like that, it's something that could be resolved via mediation. Okay. Particularly when parties are feeling aggrieved and they don't know what to do.
Okay. So I want us to talk about when there is a will now.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the fact that the executor of the will may not execute it properly.
Yeah.
So what about the case where the will is well stated, but the beneficiaries are not happy? Can they come for mediation?
They can still come for mediation if they feel that there's something, one thing or the other, that are not clear in the will. Okay. Now, what mediation offers you? It offers you the privilege to renegotiate anything you want to renegotiate.
Okay. So
mediation is basically assisted negotiation.
Okay.
We've seen people that, look, my dad said, look, his father died, and the executors, they refused to come together and account to the families.
Right. Receipts
of funds, money coming to them, accruing to them.
Okay.
And every point in time when the family wants to call the executors to order, they will not form a quorum, and they will tell you that some of them are not around. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when you have a situation like that, you can come for mediation, and they will bring all the parties, disputing parties, to a sit-down position to look at a way of trying to resolve the issue. Okay. So at times, fine, the way they're going to run the will are stated in the will. But the executors, they are human. They may tinker with some things. They may bring in some cost into the issue to be net off from the proceeds of the assets.
Right.
So they can act funny. So you can resolve it.
Yeah. Okay. And in the absence of a will, let's look at the case of polygamy. How does this play?
An African man is polygamous in nature, but